There was a time when all you needed was a mic, a cracked copy of FL Studio, and a SoundCloud link to become the next big thing. But just as fast as they blew up, most of them disappeared or fell off hard. First, we have Ugly God, who rose onto SoundCloud with the 2016 viral single Water, which went platinum despite only peaking at number 80 on the Hot 100. He released a mixtape, The Booty Tape, in 2017, and debut album Bumps and Bruises in 2019 on Asylum Records.
And sure, at some point in the future, I would be interested to hear an album or a tape or whatever from Ugly God, but only if he puts the same amount of effort into each song, rather than just packing the track list out with filler. I'm feeling a strong 4 to a light 5 on this thing, Tran.
After that initial buzz, Ugly God largely vanished from the mainstream, mysteriously. By late 2022, he had produced almost no new hits, and in June 2023, he was arrested on a murder charge in Mississippi. His inactivity and now legal troubles have ended his visibility in rap. In short, Water proved to be a one-off hit, a one-hit wonder, and without follow-up records or public presence, he really fell off the charts, and we haven't really heard anything since. Next up, we have Smoke Purp. Early in 2017, Smoke Purp broke through on SoundCloud with the platinum single Audi and mixtape Dead Star. That mixtape debuted at number 42 on Billboard, and he followed with Dead Star 2 in 2019, but that unfortunately barely charted. His second album, Florida Jit, released in 2020, failed to chart at all. Smoke Purp's trap style was novel at first, but so many other people just copied that SoundCloud Florida sound. Critics argue his later music didn't evolve, and by 2020 his releases generated little attention. Without new hits or reinvention, Smoke Purp has faded into niche status, living off his early SoundCloud fame, and it's just kind of a sad end to what could have been a successful career. Next up, we have Famous Dex, who made the SoundCloud rounds with his mixtape and features, then scored mainstream success with his debut album Dex Meets Dexter in 2018, which peaked at number 12 on Billboard 200, which was really good for an upcoming SoundCloud artist. It included his singles like Pick It Up with A$AP Rocky and Japan, which reached number 54 and 28 on the Hot 100. However, Dex's career collapsed. Between 2019 to 2021, he battled substance abuse and legal problems, including 19 criminal charges in 2021 for domestic violence and weapons.
Famous Dex has 19 charges against him, apparently.
Right when he starts doing better, boom.
Does anyone believe that there was like a moment where he started doing better?
He looks a little chunkier, like he really
He spent late 2021 in jail and then entered rehab in 2022. These troubles halted new output, meaning almost a complete lack of music. And in 2020, Dex released almost absolutely nothing. In short, his early chart success was undone by offstage issues and a tarnished image, causing him to fall off. Next is Lil Xan, who debuted around 2017 on SoundCloud with the hit Betrayed, which reached number 64 on the Hot 100. He signed to Columbia and released his album Total Xanarchy in April 2018, which debuted at number 10 on Billboard 200, despite mostly negative reviews.
This Lil Xan, Total Xanarchy, it's not good. And like most other rappers who have come out of this SoundCloud wave, his lyrics are pretty dumbed down, pretty simplistic, but it seems like he pushes even that to a degree where it's basically unbearable.
Now that album was his commercial peak. Shortly after, Lil Xan declared he was retiring from rap.
Mac Miller meant to me, he was my idol, my hero, but he's the reason I pursued music and not even partially, mainly the reason I'm quitting music.
Even changing his name back to Diego, which was his middle name, essentially giving off that he was just exhausted. He also drew criticism for a juvenile style and feuds on social media. His second album, Diego, finally arrived in 2024 under his new name, but it made little impact. In essence, Lil Xan's novelty era was brief. He lacked musical growth beyond his initial hit, and a backlash against mumble SoundCloud rap left him marginalized despite a gold single. Next we have Lil Pump, who burst out of the 2017 SoundCloud scene with the gargantuan hit Gucci Gang, which peaked at number 3 on Billboard Hot 100 and went quintuple platinum. His self-titled debut album, released in October of 2017, also hit number 3. In 2018 to 2019, he kept public attention with features, for example the infamous I Love It with Kanye West and singles like Butterfly Doors. But his music style, short repetitive trap bangers, quickly became kinda dry. His second album, Harvard Dropout, in 2019 slid to number 7 on the charts, and his third album, Lil Pump 2, in 2023 plummeted and failed to chart.
This Lil Pump tape is not good. This thing just gets silly. We have All the Sudden, which as a title makes no sense. It's all of a sudden. Nobody says all the sudden. He tries and he fails utterly because he is just really a one-trick pony.
Meanwhile, Lil Pump was arrested several times, for example, for firing a weapon and driving with no license.
Your buddy owned up to it. However, because of your actions leading up to that, you're going to go to jail tonight for disorderly conduct. You can't stand here and yell profanities while we're trying to deal with this. No.
And so he spent a bunch of different periods in rehab. He also toyed with politics and reality TV. These antics fueled headlines, but not a sustainable career. Without evolving his sound or image, Pump lost his audience. His biggest hits remain decade old, and he's largely absent from today's charts. Next, we have 6ix9ine. Known for his rainbow hair and screamo rap style, 6ix9ine rose on SoundCloud in 2017 with tracks like Gummo, and the number 3 hit Fifi with Nicki Minaj. His debut album Dummy Boy, released in 2018, debuted at number 2 on Billboard 200. However, his fame was short-lived. By late 2018, he was arrested on racketeering and weapons charges as a member of a violent gang. In 2019, he pleaded guilty and cooperated with prosecutors, serving about 18 months in jail. After release in 2020, he attempted a comeback, singles like Goober, but public trust evaporated. His image as a rat in the hip-hop community caused mainstream backlash. Today, 6ix9ine draws streams, but is effectively ostracized by many fans and peers. In summary, his meteoric rise was undone by legal trouble and cooperation with law enforcement, derailing any sustained career.